Good morning, friends. Important video on recent guidelines issued by the instruction number 3 dated 14 June 2023. It is pertaining to verification, scrutiny of a registration application submitted under GST. Why this guideline? What is the background? We have seen in GST regime, lot of issues are coming out of fake registration, fictitious. How come these fake registration are being taken in GST? Reason number 1, that unscrupulous person has misutilized permanent account number or Aadhaar card of other person. They are innocent or they are belonging to economically weaker section. So misutilization of PAN card and Aadhaar card. We have seen the forged document, fake documents are being used towards the place of business for which registration is being applied for. Maybe electricity bill, maybe property tax receipt bill, rent agreement, ownership document, fake and forged document submitted for getting GST registration. Third, even we have seen that same photo of one person is being used for availing multiple permanent account number and Aadhaar card with different addresses, and that is being used for taking fake registration. Why this fake registration being taken by such unscrupulous person is to raise invoice, issuance of invoice without supply of goods or services, to pass on the credit to unscrupulous recipient. So we have seen this background, and in this background quite obvious that we have to find out wage and means. Department has initiated by special drive all India against the fake registration, which is presently going on starting from 16th May to 15th of July 2023. This is going on, and instruction number 1 dated 4th May 2023 got issued, that how department going to undertake this special drive against the fake registration. Yes, this drive is important to weed out such fake and fictitious registration required. It is challenging for genuine and honest buyer recipient also, that their credit is being denied because supplier happened to be suspicious, fictitious, and he has taken fake registration. Credit denied in the hands of buyer and recipient, in the hands of genuine and honest buyer. So this drive was important. But to strengthen now this registration in GST regime, a specific guidelines for the verification and scrutiny of registration application is being issued by the instruction number 3 dated 14 June 2023. What this guidelines is saying? This guidelines is saying whenever anyone applying for the registration in GST regime, then DGARM, Director General Analytics and Risk Management, in coordination with GSTN, going to create the rating for those registration application in three categories. High means very risky, medium and low. And they are going to do this rating through data analytics and risk parameter. And it will be intimated to the proper officer who is supposed to grant registration in GST regime. So DGARM in coordination with GSTN going to rate our registration application in three categories: high, medium and low. And this is being categorized once again on the basis of data analytics and the risk parameter. Now, this category which is being made, this may happen to be on the basis of, are you first time applying for the registration? First time. Second, you have taken registration on a particular PAN number. Now you are applying for another registration either in same state or in other state. So if you are applying for another registration under same PAN number, then they will check the compliances pertaining to your existing GST registration, whether you are tax compliant or not. And you should not happen to be suspicious. Third situation, and that's the parameter they have narrated in this background, that the registration which you've taken in the past, whether suspended for any reason in past or cancelled for any reason in the past, even for the place of business for which you are applying for registration, need to be cross-checked, and it may alarm as risky on the risk parameter. That is the data analytics and risk parameter going to designate whether this place of business is risky as per local risk parameter. So these are the example and exemplary example on that basis. Through data analytics and risk parameter, your registration application going to be categorized into three categories: high, medium and low. So on this basis, it is quite obvious that proper officer need to cross-check, verify and do scrutiny in a proper way. If your registration application found to be deficient, some deficiency in your registration application, अगर उसमें कमी है, then proper officer going to issue a notice in form REG 03. He can issue this notice for looking for the information, clarification or document. If some document which is being submitted along with registration application is not legible properly, he can ask another document also. If some document which is being attached towards the place of business, but that is not matching with the address for which registration is being applied for, there's a mismatch of the place for which registration is being sought versus the document attached. Even proper officer may ask the reason why your earlier existing registration got suspended or cancelled. He may ask those reasons also. Why your earlier registration? He can ask any clarification before granting GST registration. Then we are supposed to reply back in form REG 04. If proper officer is satisfied after doing due verification and scrutiny, if he is satisfied, quite obvious, he will then grant you the registration. But in case he is not satisfied, or you have not provided the information or document as supposed to be, as you were supposed to submit the same, why that deficiency notice sent in REG 03, you didn't reply at all, then what happened? There would be rejection, REG 05. And this is the process which is being defined. Here one thing is very, very important, that within how many days department is supposed to send you the deficiency memo. They are supposed to send deficiency memo within 7 days if Aadhaar authentication is being done. Otherwise, within 30 days, if you have not replied or Aadhaar authentication is not being done, then within 30 days this deficiency memo will come to you. So you have to be careful about now GST registration, as we all are looking for. Of course, this guidelines is very, very important to ensure proper verification and scrutiny. Now, two more parameter. The one more parameter which is being stated in this instruction number 3 is that if your registration application is categorized as high risky, the category of high, and you have not done Aadhaar authentication, then department is supposed to, proper officer is supposed to undertake physical verification. And for physical verification, it is being also stated in the instruction that they will intimate you, and after doing the physical verification, they will prepare the physical verification report and will take the photographs of your place of business for which you wanted to have GST registration. And most importantly, it is going to be uploaded on portal. You can check that report, physical verification report, with all the photographs taken by the officer. That would be the instruction guidelines is also talking about, and it is coming from Honorable Delhi High Court judgment in the case of Bimal Kothari. So important one. So you can always cross check and verify your physical verification report with the photographs taken. In case you are not agreeing with that report, you can always go and shout. You can always make a plea, and you can always defend yourself that this report is not correct. Even in your absence, when they are coming to your premises, they are not supposed to. They are not supposed to. They should do physical verification only in the presence of that person who is applying for GST registration. So you can take such measure to defend yourself. And lastly, which is being stated in this instruction is, if your registration application is categorized under high and you have been given deemed approval, then such proper officer need to ensure that if they have not done the physical verification, then they must undertake physical verification within 15 days of granting deemed approval for the registration, within 15 days. And during this physical verification, if they found that it is fictitious and that person is non-existing, then they can always take subsequent remedial action against that deemed approval granted for a registration application categorized under high. And this information will also move and flow from CPC to jurisdictional PCC, Principal Chief Commissioner or Chief Commissioner that even though registration application was categorized as high risky, deemed approval was given, then reason need to be given by the proper officer why deemed approval was granted, and report will go to PCC or Chief Commissioner. To summarize, this guidelines was important. हमें मालूम है जीएसटी में कितने फेक रजिस्ट्रेशन आज की डेट में हो रहे हैं या हुए हैं. पैन और आधार कार्ड हमने मिस यूटिलाइज किया. मैं उनकी बात कर रहा हूं जिनने किया. गलत हमने प्लेस ऑफ बिजनेस के गलत हमने डॉक्यूमेंट लगाए हैं, चाहे वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल हो, रेंट एग्रीमेंट हो, ओनरशिप एग्रीमेंट हो. कई ऐसे केस पकड़े गए हैं स्पेसिफिक कि एक ही फोटो पे मल्टीपल पैन नंबर एंड आधार कार्ड ले लिए गए डिफरेंट एड्रेस पे. इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शन के लोगों को कुछ पैसे का प्रलोभन दिया गया और इस तरीके से उनके पैन एंड आधार कार्ड फेक क्रिएट किए गए. उस पे जीएसटी का रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया गया और ये फेक रजिस्ट्रेशन लेके सिर्फ इनवॉइस इशू किया गया है विदाउट सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स और सर्विसेज टू पास ऑन द जीएसटी इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट. गवर्नमेंट को बहुत लॉस हो रहा है, लॉस ऑफ रेवेन्यू, बट लॉस जेन्युइन एंड ऑनेस्ट बायर को भी हो रहा है. आपने जब परचेज किया होगा तब आपने देखा होगा बंदा एक्टिव है, उसका रजिस्ट्रेशन है, वो 1 भी भर रहा है, 3 भी भर रहा है, बट बाद में मालूम पड़ता है कि वो सस्पिशियस या फिक्टिशियस रजिस्ट्रेशन है. एंड उसका रजिस्ट्रेशन या तो उसने खुद अप्लाई कर दिया कैंसिलेशन के लिए या डिपार्टमेंट ने स्यू मोटो कैंसिल कर दिया. फिर बायर के हाथ में क्रेडिट डिस्प्यूटेड डिनाई हो जाती है. इस गाइडलाइंस में यह कहा कि फॉर प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन और स्क्रूटनी के लिए डीजीएआरएम इन कोऑर्डिनेशन विद जीएसटीएन सारे रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन को 3 कैटेगरी में डिवाइड करेगा: हाई रिस्की, मीडियम एंड लो. अभी कैटेगराइज करने के पैरामीटर डेटा एनालिटिक्स एंड रिस्क पैरामीटर के बेसिस पे किए जाएंगे. देखा जाएगा कि ये रजिस्ट्रेशन फ्रेश रजिस्ट्रेशन मांगा जा रहा है या आपने एग्जिस्टिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया हुआ है एक पैन नंबर पे, अब आप एक दूसरा रजिस्ट्रेशन सेम पैन नंबर पे मांग रहे हैं, चाहे वो सेम स्टेट में हो या डिफरेंट स्टेट में हो. उस एग्जिस्टिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन की कंप्लायंस को देखा जाएगा कि आप कंप्लाई कर रहे हैं प्रोविजन को. जो आपने अपना एड्रेस प्रूफ दिया है प्लेस ऑफ बिजनेस के लिए, कहीं वो रिस्की तो नहीं है एज पर रिस्की पैरामीटर. ये सारी चीजें चेक और वेरीफाई की जाएंगी. आपको डेफिशिएंसी नोटिस भेजी जाएगी REG 03, जिसमें आपसे इंफॉर्मेशन डॉक्यूमेंट डिपार्टमेंट मांगेगा. वो आपसे कहेगा कि भाई आप हमें ये इंफॉर्मेशन और दीजिए. डॉक्यूमेंट अगर लेजिबल नहीं है तो वो फ्रेश कॉपी मांगेगा. आपके जो डॉक्यूमेंट प्लेस ऑफ बिजनेस के लिए लगाए गए हैं वो प्रॉपर हैं या नहीं है, कहीं मिसमैच तो नहीं है, फिक्टिशियस तो नहीं है, वो सारी चीजें चेक की जाएंगी. ये REG 03 विद इन 7 डेज अगर आपने आधार ऑथेंटिकेशन करा लिया है, अदरवाइज विद इन 30 डेज फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन अगर आपने आधार ऑथेंटिकेशन नहीं कराया तो REG 03 डेफिशिएंसी नोटिस आपके पास आएगी. आपको रिप्लाई करना है. REG 04 अगर आपके रिप्लाई से प्रॉपर ऑफिसर सेटिस्फाइड है तो रजिस्ट्रेशन ग्रांटेड. अगर सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है और आपने रिप्लाई नहीं किया REG 04 में, उस केस में आपका जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन को रिजेक्ट किया जाएगा. इस गाइडलाइंस में यह भी कहा गया है कि जब आपकी रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन कैटेगरी हाई में आएगी तो फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन जरूर करना है, मस्ट, जरूरी है. फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन के लिए इस गाइडलाइंस में यह भी कहा है कि आपको नोटिस इशू होगी, आपकी फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन की रिपोर्ट बनेगी, फोटोग्राफ्स लेंगे वो प्रॉपर ऑफिसर जो आपके प्रेमाइसेस में आएंगे, और उसको अपलोड करेंगे GSTN पोर्टल पे, जिससे आप चेक कर सकें। सो यू मेक श्योर कि ये सारी चीज़ें आपके प्रेजेंस में हुई हैं, आपके एब्सेंस में नहीं हुई हैं। आपके पास बना राइट होगा टू डिफेंड एंड अपील अगेंस्ट सच वेरिफिकेशन रिपोर्ट। अगर आप हाई कैटेगरी में हैं फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन और आपको डीम्ड अप्रूवल दिया गया है फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन, तो ये इवन CPC की टीम आपके प्रिंसिपल चीफ कमिश्नर या चीफ कमिश्नर को इंटीमेट भी करेगी, बताएगी कि आप हाई कैटेगरी में थे पर फिर भी आपको डीम्ड अप्रूवल दिया गया और फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन नहीं किया गया था। तो उन्होंने कहा है कि आप 15 दिन के अंदर आफ्टर रजिस्ट्रेशन फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे। अगर फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन करते वक्त पाया गया कि आप सस्पिशियस हैं और नॉन एग्जिस्टेंट हैं, तो सब्सिक्वेंट रेमेडियल एक्शन लिया जाएगा और इवन प्रॉपर ऑफिसर से पूछा जाएगा कि आपने इसको जो रजिस्ट्रेशन दे दिया था, इवन दो ये हाई कैटेगरी में था, रीजन बताइए। सो ओनरशिप, बट दिस इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट टू वीड आउट सच पर्सन, those who are fake, fictitious and suspicious, importantly required in our GST ecosystem. Buyer is struggling today, उसकी क्रेडिट डिनाई हो जाती है। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि जिन्होंने फेक रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया है उनके साथ कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाए। वी आर विद द डिपार्टमेंट, बट वी हैव टू इंश्योर कि ये गाइडलाइंस को इस ध्यान से देखा जाए कि जो जेन्युइन एंड ऑनेस्ट एप्लीकेशन कर रहे हैं उनको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए। ईज ऑफ बिजनेस इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर। यस, आप चेक एंड बैलेंसेस वेरिफिकेशन स्क्रूटनी कीजिए, जरूर कीजिए। जब आपने 3 कैटेगरी बना दी है आप वेरीफाई भी कीजिए, लेकिन इस प्रोसेस के अंदर ऐसा ना हो कि रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना अपने आप में एक चैलेंजिंग टास्क हो जाए। We all are looking GST as a good and simple tax. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.